is.
Done
a long time.
I've been a long time, yeah.
It's hard to.
Where is it, all the vehicles you're talking about?
On our street, somebody's got a shed there, it's got cars, campers, trucks.
Boats,
On your street?
Yeah.
just to the north of us.
North of you. Okay.
Almost down by where the influential people live.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a good street otherwise.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, well, you see
Motorcycles
some
going up and
places.
down that street too, that.
What's that?
Somebody's got a Harley that.
Yeah, I see
that's going
that,
up and
yeah.
down. Is that down by you or,
No, down farther here.
oh, really?
More kids on our street.
Well, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
The meeting will please come to order. Would you call the roll?
Bending, absent. Gunbauer,
Here,
Rachel,
Here.
Otten.
Here.
Tuttle,
Here,
sorry, 4 ayes. My apologies.
Thank you. We have a quorum. No, we know that. Bending is not going to be here. Any correspondence?
Yes. I would like to introduce you guys to Mindy Peterson, our
howdy.
Hi, Mindy, welcome.
utility clerk.
when I was coming in the building, I was waving my hand at that thing and the door didn't open, but I didn't know that she was coming to this meeting too, and she got the door open and held for me.
Are you from town here?
I live just north of town.
Oh, okay.
Okay, minutes of the July meeting. You have those in your packet. What do you wish to do?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions, concerns, corrections? Not hearing any, all in favor of the motion to accept those, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. Financials, you have a sheet of those also. What do you wish to do with those?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a question on 18100, the Berlin Water and Sewer Department. We're paying ourselves,
That is our auto pay. So it automatically comes out of our accounts to pay for the water that we use in like the lift stations and at the treatment plant. And so that is the auto pay that would come out of there, that we, to reconcile the accounts, have to make just a check basically to say, this is where, like, to put it in the appropriate funds.
Berlin has to.
Yeah.
Water department pays for its own water?
Yeah, we have to because we gotta keep track of all the water we use for the DNR and the PSC, so we have to technically pay for our water. Yep.
okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions about any of those
Nothing more than the usual.
financials?
I was gonna ask a question about that hydrant painting. Is that all the hydrants in Berlin for that $10,000?
Not all the hydrants, I think, they painted 100 of them. Yep. So,
How much is it, $1,000 a piece or no? How much?
So what number are you looking at?
it's about $100 a piece.
18,044.
$100 a piece. something like that.
Is there a schedule, Brian? How often do they paint the hydrant?
Just kind of as needed. And they were on the schedule to be painted, in last year's budget that you guys approved, and, they didn't get painted and then just got painted this year. So.
Okay. How many years does it kind of go? I mean, you know, roughly.
They'll last, the ones that they painted previously, probably, they're still looking pretty good, and that was 6-7 years ago, so.
Anybody else? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to accept the financials as printed, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. Office updates.
Okay, I just got a short update for you here. We will begin working on a 2027 budget as soon as the next bills are sent out in September. This will be presented in the October meeting. We'll be also working on getting ready for delinquent charges to be put on taxes. That is the office update that I have.
Have you gotten any calls at the office about why they're getting their bill sent on, as a letter rather than as a postcard?
We did get some, and we explained for purposes of delivery, which seems to have improved with the letters versus the postcards, less,
Now,
less
didn't
machine.
the post office have trouble with the postcards?
Yes, they had to go through more machines as a postcard, so they were more likely to get ripped up or stuck together. So I think overall, they have made their way up a lot more than before.
Okay, because have gotten a few questions about that, and I wondered if you had.
Yeah, so we just explained why we switched
Okay.
over to the one.
All right. So that's it for the office updates, Brian?
Yes.
For your part?
Yep.
Okay. Digester.
Okay. So, as you guys know, we were gonna have the digesters painted, sandblasted and painted, so they were gonna come in and do that, so we had to get the digester empty so they could take the cover off. So while we were taking this digester down, the vacuum breaker didn't break the vacuum, so the cover imploded on itself. It sucked in like a aluminum can. It should have worked. The device that we put on 6 months ago with all this new gas equipment should have worked. It should have relieved the pressure, so it could do that, because it does it both ways. It relieves pressure from inside the tank out, and it relieves vacuum coming in. So it works both ways. But unfortunately, it did not work. So now the cover is imploded, and the cover is a total loss. So it can't be repaired or anything. So it's got to be picked and scrapped. So what I'm looking into now is a replacement cover of the same thing, or some other way to put a cover on, either be a dome or whatever will work in that application. But I have since found out that they are still making those covers the same exact way that they made this last one 45, 50 years ago, or whatever it is, how old it is. So they're trying to get me a cost on what that'll cost for that. So
Any idea?
no, they tell me anywhere from, one person will say probably going to be about 250, and then the next person will say it could be 500. So it's just,
Yeah.
So it's just I'd be guessing if I told you a number right now. They're working on getting back to me, and I'm also working on them getting that cover lifted off of there and scrapped out, so we can continue to use that digester like it is without holding the gas. The other thing,
Without a cover?
yeah, we can use it without a cover, but it'll be just like cold storage. But then I gotta circulate it in the wintertime so it doesn't freeze. And we have that capability, but I just gotta make sure that it's enough mixing. Otherwise, I'll have to introduce some more type of mixing, or put a temporary cover on it, or, something like that. They're trying to iron that out right now. The people that are gonna pick it are going to their engineering team to see how to pick it up there now that it's compromised. So they're worried about just picking it with the lugs that are on there. They think they should add more lugs and pick it up in different points. So they're going through all that stuff to figure out how they can safely get it off of the digester. So
And they still make the cover.
they still make the cover, yep. Same company still makes the same cover, yeah.
But insurance may cover,
I've
The
spoken
cost.
with the insurance company, yep, and they're like, move ahead with stuff, and they don't want that, obviously they don't want that device that was supposed to work, but
Yeah, 6 months, I mean.
yeah, it's brand new, 6
Brand new.
months, and
yeah,
And we did it right. We did this whole gas thing. We had it installed. We got it. We got their brand, the brand that the gas people were using. It's their gas regulator. It's the style they're used to. We had a different one before, but we got rid of it because it wasn't Varic, So we got a Varic brand. And we got it installed by the contractors. And we had somebody from Varic fly in and adjust everything. So we were totally hands off, so we didn't have nothing to do with it. So
That's perfect, 'cause that's how.
it's all
So then something goes wrong, yeah, that was all.
in work order. It's all documented. So
Yep.
so I don't know.
Good job of doing it that way, Vern.
I I don't know where we go from here, but it'll be a little chaos for a little while, trying to figure out how we're gonna get a cover. It might take, some of them guys are saying it might take up to a year to get a cover, so I guess that's what we'll have to deal with. So, I don't know if you got any more questions
And
on
of course, I
that.
asked him earlier, this cover is about 40 feet in diameter.
It weighs about 44,000 pounds, so. Yeah, so it's a shame, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's done, so
okay,
nothing I can do about it, but move forward, so
right.
How much does it weigh?
44,000, 45,000.
Well, then, that- actually, 200 or 500 bucks ain't gonna cover nothing there,
For,
cover. You said that the cover was gonna cost, some people said 200, some said.
200,000 or 500. Right. Yeah, I should have been more specific, sorry about that.
Thank you for the update on that. Good luck. Permit,
Okay. So, in the new treatment plant permit, there's gonna be some new stuff coming up. So, on the influent flow rate, and I do have notes on this, Jen, so.
Okay.
So the influent flow rate, we report the effluent flow rate normally. We'll have to report the influent flow rate now, and we have the capability to do that, so that won't be no big deal, because we have that data already, we just have to put it in our monthly reports. So that change isn't too bad. And then nitrogen ammonia, we did not have a nitrogen ammonia limit in our last permit. Now we have a monitoring only April through September, and then we have to report it October through March. So in the winter months, we have to report nitrogen ammonia. And then, of course, there'll be a limit then. So
Is this a DNR capacity for that?
this is all DNR requirements, so.
Do you have the stuff to do that? Or do you
Well-
have to get that yet? Because of the requirement,
For the nitrogen ammonia, when we get issued the permit, we'll have to start it on a certain date. And if we can't do it in-house, then it's the same way, just send a sample out. Yeah, but it's a 5-day sample, so every 5 days, we have to take it. Sunday through Thursday, we take a sample. Then the next thing on the new one, the thing on the permit is E. coli. In the last permit, we reported fecal coliforms. Now we have to switch to testing for E. coli for our disinfection process. We have the ability to switch in-house. We have been monitoring it now because I kind of heard that it was coming down the pipe, so we got the stuff to do it, and we've been monitoring it right along with the fecals, so we'll be ready for that one. So that's not terrible. Chlorides is a new thing. We'll have to monitor only for that in 2028. I don't see any limits on it or anything, just monitoring, so I don't know what that's gonna turn into. And then PFAS and PFAS, we'll have to monitor our effluent once every 2 months with a grab sample, so the DNR can determine need of schedule in the future. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the information we give them, but we got a sample every 2 months for that, so they can determine whether we need a limit for PFAS and stuff, so. And then nitrogen total and nitrates and nitrites, we got quarterly monitoring is required. We did monitor for that because I kind of heard something about that, so we did try and monitor for that to see where that's going, and that's something we have to send out. It's nothing we can do in-house. So that'll be a little bit of an added cost on the
Yeah.
lab stuff, so. And then, the other thing is the thing that I'm worried about is the PFAS in the biosolids. So the sludge that we haul out, we will be monitoring annually for our biosolids and dry sludge before land application. We'd have to report the sample results from the lab to our basin engineer for the DNR. They don't give us a limit, but we have to report it when we get it. So, and then they're gonna make a determination whether we need to. So that's the other thing that they will do. So I have to give them a report on the effluent discharge by 2027, so they can make a minimization plan if we need one. And then the report, I have to do a report on the effluent discharge and evaluation of need to submit to the DNR. A final report, effluent PFAS and PFOS concentrations. This report is due 10/1/2028, and the DNR will determine if a minimization plan is needed. So it's basically monitoring, but it's leading up to something. I don't know what yet. But, and then for the sludge management plan, we have to submit a sludge management plan to optimize management performances and compliance. Report will be due 10/1/2027. This won't be that big a deal, but it's already information they have. I mean, we give it to them yearly, and they get it, they have it in a monthly DMR, so I don't know what they're really getting at. They have this information already, but I guess we'll make a report and give it to them again, so. That's pretty much what I can pick out of there that's new. And it's in public comment right now. I think they'll apply it on the 27th. So, I don't know what the date is. So, but on the 27th, it'll be applied, so. And I don't know when we'll receive it after that. But
For instance, when you send the test out, does that go to, do you have a certain company that does that for you, or is it the DNR?
Badger Labs has been doing most of our stuff, so, in MENA, so. Yeah. That's what I have on that. But I don't know if you guys got any questions.
Sounds like you're on top of it.
Yeah,
Trying to be.
Thank God for that.
sounds like more work for you.
Yeah, they put a lot out there this time.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know. And I sat down and I talked with our basin engineer before this came out, and, you know, he even said there's a lot coming, so. There's nothing you can do about it, you just gotta.
No,
apply.
No, they're doing it, whatever they tell you.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I have for that.
no, I don't have any other questions.
No, I don't.
Me?
No.
Okay. And we'll move on for your report.
Okay. So just a few updates. Well 4 update, the new booster pump has been installed at well 4. It has replaced the old original booster pump motor that failed. The motor was original to the well and was moved over into the treatment room when the ion exchange treatment was built. So the old motor was put into the new part. Now the old motor failed. So it had to be replaced. The next thing I got is the RES pumps, an update on that. Pump number 1, RES, has been replaced with a new 10-horse Gorman Rupp pump. It is a bigger pump and will be able to increase the RES flow, which is needed in times of higher flow. Also have replaced the VFD to go along with it. Pump 2 will be installed today, and it actually was installed today, along with a new VFD, and they were both in. So they grouted it. They grouted both of them, and we'll be able to start up pump number 2 tomorrow. Pump number 1 is running already. So there's 3 pumps. One is just like a backup in the middle. We didn't replace that. it's working, but maybe in the future, we could maybe think about replacing that, but as of now, it's in pretty good condition, so we'll just leave it for a backup. The next thing I have is the water main project. The contractor has temporary water set up on both of the projects, so that's the Monroe project and the Noise project. It's across town. And they hooked up the temporary water, and they're doing the tie-ins on both ends of Monroe. So they did the tie-in today on this end towards Washington Street, and then they just finished up before I got here doing the other tie-in on the other side. So they got that part of it done, and then they'll lay the new water main and do the new services. So they'll get Monroe done first, and then they'll move over to Noise. That's their plan so far. And then I wanted to mention Park Avenue. I just wanted to remind you guys that it's coming up on a budget. We'll be putting it in for complete restoration. So the city will be doing their part too. This project will be from Wisconsin Street east to North Sweeting Street. It will also include parts of State Oak and Noise, because there's a block that doesn't have sewer from State out to Noise and then back down. It doesn't have where there's sewer, so we'll include that in the project. Park Avenue. We have preliminary costs of engineering, and we'll have that for you on the budget meeting. So
That's a water main and everything, right?
that's water.
That's
water
only like a
services,
4 inch
sewer,
water
new
main.
manholes, all, yeah, brand new street, everything brand new.
That's where all the steam thing used to go
Yeah,
through there, and that's why it like keeps sinking all the time. Yep.
and that's a 4-inch main there, so,
Yeah, that'll be good to get that up.
yeah, that thing is.
Yep.
1898 it was put in, so it needs to go.
1898?
Yeah, 1898.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, that's all I have on Park Ave. So the next thing, they kind of wanted me to tell you what's going on with that. So financial information to be presented in the future meetings. So you guys, I better read my thing here just so I don't get messed up. What finances you see now in your packet are the invoices paid and the checks and the amounts paid to whom. It has been suggested by our auditors that we disclose more information about finances. In the future, you will be seeing the account summaries from the bank and all the credit activity from the bank. You will see electronic checks and debits, and you will see the balance summary. And our side, you will see what is on our system compared to the bank. You will see reconciliation statements from the software. You'll be able to see how our records line up with the bank records. We will also try to have a summary page for you to look at, so this will help you understand what you guys are looking for in all the statements you'll be looking at. It's a lot of information to look at, but our goal is to be transparent as we can. As transparent as we can without confusing you with a lot of unnecessary information. As long as the bank and our records balance out, that is what the goal is. So that's what you'll be looking for. We'll have all these numbers for you guys to look at.
Yeah,
And then we'll have like a sheet explaining each section of that, so you guys know what to look at, see what balances out, what we got reconciled and stuff. So you guys can actually see all the finances. I don't know if you want to or not, but that's what's coming down the pipe. So we'll make it as easy as possible.
Digest all that, right?
Yeah. We'll make it as simple as we possibly can. I think the council gets the same information, so the only thing I'm gonna change is I'm gonna put that summary in for you guys to know what you're looking for, you know, instead of,
I think once you explain it to us,
Yeah.
it'll probably just go,
after the first couple
Normal
times.
ones.
it'll be
Yeah.
good.
yeah, sure, yep.
I didn't wanna give it to you this time without explaining
Yeah.
it to you. And you guys, what is all this stuff? And it's gonna be a lot of repeated numbers and stuff, so it'll look like, are we paying this twice, or what are we doing these numbers so many times, and what, that's what you guys will be looking at. That's what I have for you guys.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Any questions of Brian?
Well, I think you explained it pretty well.
Then we'll move on. Any items of old business to be put on the future agenda? Hearing none. Any items of new business to be put on the future agenda? And before we adjourn, our next meeting date would normally be scheduled for September 30. How does that look?
As
That's the last Wednesday of the month.
long as you bring the birthday cake for Dave.
Yeah, so we do it this Wednesday before.
Dave's birthday.
So
Dave's birthday.
we're okay then with September 30?
Well, what about the week before then?
You're not gonna be around.
The week before September 30th?
You're not gonna be around. I'm not gonna be around.
What's wrong with September 30?
Nothing.
Okay,
You're not around before.
so let's then set that for September 30. And other than that, I would accept the motion for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
1 second.
Second, any questions, discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming. She's so weak.
So if you ever see that
Just
little
awful.
black,
To the hospital yet?
it might be a
She's at Juliet Manor in the rehab,
Yes.
screening. Oh, yeah.
the rehab section
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna
Juliet
be
Manor.
I
She was in the
gonna-
hospital here